Hello guys, welcome to the movie recap review. Happy watching.
Come for lunch?
Linda and her attractive husband, Mark, enjoy the serenade of their daughter Chloe, a precociously talented violinist, as part of their anniversary celebration. Entrusting their daughter to the care of Barbara, their designated sitter, they venture out for an elegant dinner. However, their evening is marred by incessant interruptions caused by Linda's work. Meanwhile, Barbara, experiencing a bout of disorientation, inadvertently puts their daughter Chloe at risk while preparing a simple meal of macaroni and cheese. Once again, Linda's phone kept on ringing, leading to continuous arguments that overshadow the romantic atmosphere. To their dismay, the calls turn out to be from the police, bearing distressing news. It is later revealed that Barbara is suffering from dementia, resulting in her dismissal in a poignant scene. Linda discusses the need for a new nanny with her husband Mark, who is apprehensive about rushing into a hiring decision. Despite Mark's reservations, Linda is adamant about finding a younger nanny. In a conversation with her friend, Linda receives the suggestion of installing a nanny cam to ensure oversight regardless of the nanny's age. While Mark is working on a house, his daughter Chloe expresses her boredom through a song before impulsively grabbing a nail gun, nearly causing a serious accident. Fortunately, Heather, a striking nanny, arrives just in time to prevent disaster, displaying remarkable courage and care. Heather not only averts the crisis, but also reassures Chloe, making her feel valued despite the burns on her arm. Heather shares a personal anecdote about a burn on her leg, attributing it to a past encounter with a boy. Impressed by Heather's quick thinking and compassionate demeanor, Mark sees her as the ideal candidate and introduces her to Linda, although Linda remains wary of a stranger from the street. To ensure constant vigilance, Mark and Linda proceed to install nanny cams in their home. After a successful interview, Linda decides to hire Heather, who eagerly awaits the call in a vibrant red bedroom. The following day, while Chloe is waiting for Heather to fetch her, a boy in a bike passes by and taunts Chloe with a nickname, Monster Skin. Heather intervenes, standing up for the young girl with assertiveness. She tells the boy to tell Chloe that she is special. Later, Heather and Chloe are playing outside the house when Barbara stopped by. She sneaks in to Chloe to check on her while Heather is inside. Heather returns and she confronts Barbara, displaying aggression and callousness by cruelly urging her to hasten her demise. Later that night, Barbara meets an untimely end when Heather orchestrates her death to appear as a suicide, carrying out the sinister act in the quiet of the night. Mark begins to feel uneasy with Heather's constant presence, particularly when she engages in activities like playing in the sprinkler wearing revealing attire. Meanwhile, on the nanny cam footage, Heather is seen diligently cleaning the house, while Chloe enjoys reading Little Women. Upon arriving from the funeral, the couple is in awe about the cleanliness of the house. Linda criticizes Heather for exceeding her job duties. However, Heather defends her actions, explaining that she was simply trying to assist Linda, recognizing the overwhelming nature of the household tasks. Later that night, Linda reviews the footage, noticing the long hours of conversation Heather and Chloe have. Linda is suspicious on what they are talking about on that long period of time. The next day, Linda once again confronts Heather, asking her about what she and Chloe talked about. Heather denies and told her that it's just about Chloe asking about Barbara. Heather grows increasingly suspicious and begins scouring the house for any hidden nanny cams. Eventually, she locates one and decides to exploit it to her advantage. Meanwhile, Linda and Mark monitor the feed for their own distinct reasons. Mark returns home from work with injured knee, prompting Heather to take care of him. Heather attempts making advances towards him, which Mark refuses. She then told Mark about the nanny cam and tell him that she's not upset with them, asking Mark if he ever watch her. Disgusted by her behavior, Mark promptly ejects her from the house. Later, as Mark reviews the nanny cam footage, his worst fears are confirmed as he witnesses Heather's attempts to seduce him in front of the camera. Driven by her escalating obsession, Linda goes to great lengths, and installs additional nanny cams throughout the house, seeking constant surveillance. She even watches the cameras while at work. While en route to her daughter's talent show competition, Linda is unexpectedly pulled over by the police. To her shock, she is informed that they received a report alleging she abducted a child, resulting in her detainment, resulting Linda to miss her daughter's performance. Tensions reach a boiling point as Linda and Mark engage in a heated argument centered around the nanny cam and Linda's parenting abilities. Mark brings up Linda's abortion and their initial reluctance to have a child. Linda is determined to dismiss Heather for deceiving them about her background. However, Mark is hesitant, fearing the emotional toll on their daughter of losing yet another nanny. Linda vows to expose Heather's lies and enlists the help of her closest friend and assistant. However, her friend refuses to get involved. Linda tracks down Heather's purported parents. Yet, upon meeting them, she senses something amiss and is unsettled by their behavior. As Heather prepares dinner for Mark, she cunningly drugs him, causing him to lose consciousness. The following morning, Mark regains his senses and expresses his desire to terminate Heather's employment to Linda. Linda promptly confronts Heather upon her arrival and terminates her employment on the spot. Surprisingly, Heather takes the news remarkably well, expressing gratitude to Linda for not disclosing her whereabouts to her parents. Linda finds herself humiliated in front of her colleagues during a work presentation. Her video feed is hacked, replacing her presentation with a video of Heather engaging in explicit acts with Mark, who is unconscious in the footage. Linda and Mark immediately contact the police upon discovering the horrifying truth about Heather's abduction of their daughter. After the authorities depart, Linda frantically reviews the webcam footage, revealing that Heather holds captive of Chloe on the house Mark is working on. Linda immediately proceeds, and upon arriving, she witnesses the terrifying scene of Heather holding Chloe hostage with a nail gun. Linda confronts the delusional nanny. Heather, consumed by her twisted belief that she is Linda's child, refuses to relinquish her grip on the nail gun. A tense struggle ensues, where the gun discharges, injuring Linda in the process. Mark arrives, expressing a willingness to begin a life with Heather. Her response is chillingly dismissive as she laughs and wounds him with a nail gun. In a desperate struggle to protect Chloe, Linda intervenes, ultimately tossing Heather out of a third-story window. Despite the fall, Heather mysteriously vanishes. The family settles into their new beach house, equipped with a teddy bear nanny cam and bearing scars from their recent ordeal. Meanwhile, Heather, disguised with a blonde wig, boards a bus while cradling her new baby, Mark. And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.